Radiant's turn to ban. Ten seconds remain. Dire's turn to ban. Seconds. 5 seconds. Radiant's turn to ban. Dire's turn to pick. Radiant's turn to pick.
Alchemist.
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Dire's turn to pick.
Mirana.
Ten seconds remain. Radiant's turn to pick.
Earth Spirit.
It is Dire's ban.
Bristleback!
10 seconds. 5 seconds. It is Radiant's ban. Dire's turn to ban. Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds. It is Radiant's ban. It is Dire's ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds remain. Radiant's turn to ban. Radiant must choose. Dire must choose.
Breaker.
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Crystal Maiden.
Dire's turn to pick.
Morphling.
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Dire's turn to ban.
Phantom Lancer.
Radiant's turn to ban. Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. It is Dire's ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It is Radiant's ban. Dire's turn to pick. Ten seconds. Radiant's turn to pick.
Invoker.
Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. The stalwart will hold, the weak will falter. Select your hero. Make the ultimate choice.
guys. I'll join you. I think Phantom Lancer in this one seems pretty unstoppable. Brewmaster as a core, not a big fan. I don't think, even after all the buffs, Hero still
Prepare for battle.
sad in the offlane compared to the other offlaners.
You guys were talking Galaxy brain. I looked into the Galaxy stars, and I chose the insect. I'm baited. See, you know, you can't do that. Come on, you said they were dying. You said there was a 5-on-5. The panel.
I never trust these guys. First, most of the time they're wrong with the predictions, so I lose any confidence in whatever they're saying. And yeah, now they lied again.
They have a fast forward.
30 seconds to battle.
No, I believe we're live.
I'm not ever listening.
Mid Bristle, I think this hero has a lot of potential. Kind of fits the Southeast Asia profile where they brawl a lot. You can creep skip, but I was thinking about the same thing the other day. The black, how mid Bristle is viable. We can play. Okay, I'll hold that thought. Charge from Febby.
Onto Jabs. Use that level of charge. Couldn't get in front of him. The body block, but then on the roll he did. Missed the follow-up arrow, so Jabs onto the high ground and away.
Yeah, that's how it works. You missed first couple of arrows, so later on you just have 100% accuracy. Back in my days, you know, you could type minus AA, and it would show how many arrows you hit. Back in Dota 1 days, and you could type minus HA when you played Pudge. It showed the hook accurate. I'm not sure why that's not a thing. I'm pretty sure we have the technology to put that into the game. Maybe Ice Frog's like, yeah, I don't want people to play, to feel bad after they type that in. And I kind of understand that.
I think it should be up at all times. I don't think you should even. My personal.
But it can't show to your teammates. Otherwise, there's gonna be a lot of pinging. Imagine if you could ping on that. Here's 7% accuracy on my Mirana.
Oh my god, the blame games that already have without those percent. Ooh, arrow, that hits 50%. 1 for 2, the AA is high,
And we're already looking for more.
A good start for the top lane, like Brewmaster, 4 CS. I'm not fast forwarding. He's gonna have 4 CS after this one. No way he misses it. But yeah, going into Urn, I love that build. Even if you're playing like 5, position 4, off lane. With Cinder Boot, you just another arrow. I don't think they can go in. Brewmaster has no mana.
3 though.
Keep counting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really good at is counting 1, 1, 1. More intense manner.
Yeah, when we get to those double digits, it kind of gets more complicated.
Carrying. Charge all the way over onto your Spirit. Heavy now in between both of the heroes. A roll and then charged up stun, but they'll still get the kill on the jab. Try to focus their attention on a Masaros, who's
He gets a
walking the other way.
bash. He's dead. Plus the slow from Orb of Venom. Febby, another charge in a second. Not gonna go for it. Spirit Breaker is a pretty tanky hero, you know. A lot of strength gain. His starting armor is 5, so pretty hard to deal with. We see that often. Alchemist on the off lane. Seen it a couple of times in the European region. Seems like others are starting to copy it. Where you get the bottle, possibly a medallion, and then get the Aghanim Scepter. I've seen like a naked Alchemist from 33, and I've seen a really good one from S4 yesterday where he decided to go for a Blink, Solar Crest, and still gave Axe to his Phantom Assassin.
Which ones were working?
The ones that are naked, that are not naked. The ones that actually get an item so you don't play 4 versus 5.
That seems hit or miss with these. See if you can get Saros, arrow.
2 out of 4.
Send. Carrying ones. I don't know if been pretty good so far for Arm. 21-9 to the...
It's Quasvex Invoker, you don't have much damage. Bristleback can easily, you know, just Squirrel Spray, you're trying to burn his mana, has a bottle to work with. I've seen Bristlebacks like playing between a tier 1, tier 2 tower, sometimes even behind the tier 2 tower, dragging the creep wave to the big camp on the side, so you maximize your farm.
We'll get stopped at the power rune area. Gonna grab that 4-minute rune, leap, and grab by the Mirana, so now Jabs will roll in, and he's most likely dead, but the tornado! Those end up dead to Armel.
Oh, Moon gets bashed.
Bash is coming in, Moon needs to be very careful. He's dead. There's the charge and the kill.
And he even TP'd out. I'm surprised he decided to TP out there. Like, after using a mango on a Bristleback, you should just say, you know, I'm dead. Now his game is kind of ruined. He needs to walk back to the lane. Someone else needs to TP. Who's that going to be? It's going to be Crystal Maiden level 2 at the moment. Just to soak up some experience until Invoker comes back.
Three times. Kill. He's got a charge. Arrow. Ooh.
I like how Febby went back. He saw the arrow. Like, if I keep moving from him, the arrow's not gonna connect.
That would be bash accuracy.
Febby is extremely skilled with the Spirit Breaker.
One K lead already here. Of course, against an Alchemist lineup, so it may not be
It's
that
not an
carry
Alchemist
out.
lineup, yeah, so it's not a carry Alchemist. A big difference. Wait, what? He's actually going into Battlefield. That's what he has queued up.
Charge coming through all the way on the Moon. They're going to TP a few over. Arrow hits, and Moon might be small again, but he's got a lot of charges on that wall. He's going to survive, and Armel's the one dead instead. Still trying to make it out. Jay is low here too. Tornado doesn't hit, but they still get Febby, and two of these heroes sit so low on Fnatic, yet neither die.
Moon had, I believe, a full magic wand. Arrow almost hits, and they had no detection. And if Bristleback dies, they don't have enough damage to actually deal with the Invoker. So they pick up the Regen Rune, full mana, full HP. Going into Urn, like Spirit Vessel, a lot of value against Bristleback, against Morphling. I don't think you can afford to get a Battle Tree. It's actually so greedy. You have a Phantom Lancer, you have Invoker. I mean, if you can somehow manage to get away with that, I don't think it's doable, but let's see. If TNC is not going to put enough pressure, maybe try to go for it.
Very high risk.
It is.
Especially, you say, if TNC don't, at least to this moment, you know, obviously that failed, they are doing it. Are putting pressure on.
See if he commits. Has the 1,000 gold.
Febby here, Doppelganger again. Febby run down right now. You don't want to give up kills for Raven. He was not exactly having.
Febby's creating so much space actually with his rotations. You don't necessarily need to get the kills. He got the kill on Moon on a mid, which was pretty big, but the ones at the rune, he picks up the rune, he makes the two supports rotate, it doesn't die. Now this type, again, where he's taking away farm from Phantom Lancer, making another rotations. He's Brewmaster's pretty much free farming on the top lane, get almost level 7, which is pretty insane. That dispel mechanic against PL and the illusions is great. Let's see what Alchemist decided to go for. He's a madman. He actually bought a Claymore.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll see if the green pays off. It's gonna be tough. Febby dead. Two heroes waiting for him on the high ground.
One biggest concern for me whenever I see Brewmaster, what do you get from using the first primal split? First, second, if you don't get any good kills out of it, the hero just doesn't feel that great. He's going into Aghanim Scepter, which is nice. You have that second primal split, and you can cancel it anytime, like if you feel threatened. So much value from that.
I'm wondering if we don't see many of these poor blue men, but hold that thought. Tornado in, Armel sitting in the jungle, he's trying to make something happen. Well, Armel, he's pretty tanky. He's on the run. The arrow doesn't hit on a Moon, but the Starstorm comes through. They get the
first
jabs,
split.
and there's the primal split. They're going to look over for Moon. Gets goes long, cyclone into the air. There's the second DJ gone. KP gets one, tip to get the other. Armel survived.
That's what's important. They make a rotation, try to invade the stack. Earth Spirit's like, guys, I need to bail. Have 5 charges from the Quill Spray. Need to go back. They still get a kill on him. It's 2 supports from Brewmaster. It's actually fine. They get 2 kills. They secure and steal some of the stacks. Bristleback doesn't die. Pretty big W.
Gets the Observer reward.
Ice is not always nice.
So, getting back to what I was about the act here for the crew as offered it. Worth getting the
Oh, for sure. Against the PL and the Illusion, it's gonna be great. Maybe he thinks, you know, I'll just in a casual Ogre Axe, potentially I can turn that into BKB if needed. Because there's a lot of silences, of stuns. But if you can get away with Axe, I think that's fine. Like, you can be such a nuisance to play against.
bounty roots. Wild jabs.
Radiant should look to their middle tower.
They're getting all these bounty, yet
Now this has to be one of the greediest lineups I've seen in quite some time. Alchemist, and just the itemization overall. He is getting that Battle Fury, he's getting very close. He might actually get away with that. Just 1,000 gold away, climbing uphill, always a scary thing.
Staros getting caught, pop the ulti. They can get this. Or at least get the tier 2. Force rotate.
Yeah. Mid tower, pretty low. So if they make a rotation on the mid lane, there's still a catapult. Moon trying to get rid of that. Very aggressive move from TNC, invading the enemy jungle once again. Phantom Lancer still 0 death, so this is their win condition. They need Phantom Lancer to become big in this game, become unkillable. Yasha, Diffuser Blade.
Around the back, Tornado, just look for the target. They're getting hit by the arrow. KP low on mana and health. Looks like he'll fall to the Magnetize. They do forget the kill on him, but here comes Raven. Stuff thrown onto the Febby. Moonlight Shadow, and Febby is not in the way. The Magnetize finishes them off, but they kill off the Sorrow. So it's a 2-for-2 right now. Jab spotted. Roll. Ooh. Might have hit onto. Guys is still ringing, but eventually.
This is the problem where your offlane doesn't contribute that much to the team fight compared to like Brewmaster, who has split, you have a slow. Alchemist throws that acid spray, would prefer to actually farm, but TNC realizing where threat comes from, they realize the weaknesses and the itemization that they're going for, so they force a fight, they win it.
Worth winging.
Double charge. Charge is gonna be great. You can also turn possibly like Phantom Lancer, Earth Spirit. Atlantis style is a must-have against the Spirit Vessel, against the Silences. Spirit Vessel almost done, just needs the recipe on Moon.
Dire should look to their bottom tower. Dire have fortified their structures against attack.
Battle Fury done. Still a very good timing on the Battle Fury. This is off-lane Alchemist, remember.
Yeah, 13 minutes. I think the scarier part is maybe
Dire's bottom tower is no more.
When you have this Battle Fury on Alchemist off-lane, someone from your team is not gonna get there's not enough resources on the map for them to be able to have all these 3 cores, and we can see the difference already.
Scanning for enemy.
Invoker, 4.8k, Alchemist slowly taking over. Also, like Phantom Lance, 6,000 numbers.
Basic. Row? Ooh.
Dire's
Close.
is in
He just might be another core. I don't think in this game he actually gives any ags. He just builds for himself. Possibly, I don't know, Invoker, the Cataclysm looks nice, even though they don't have the best setup, they don't have it. Someone has to suffer.
Raven might suffer in a second. 5. Okay, they've got the Roy Shadow. Actually, Sorrow might be logical as well. DJ, he goes down very quickly. They'll go get Basaros. They should have him sealed and killed. Now on the run. So
there is little hope for Dire's middle
fight. Kills, they back up.
Problem is Fnatic doesn't have that real initiator. They would still love to play the game 5 minutes without taking any casualties. Because Alchemist wants to farm, he wants his BKB. I don't think DNC will allow them to just farm their items. Constant pressure every single time Baron ulti is up, go in.
Invoker and throws a tornado EMP. DJ all of a sudden in some trouble, but on the roll they have the Geomancer Tricky, more than strength. So now, Bevy on the run, he's still alive after all is said and done.
Oh, Morphin's done. His mana is burned.
By that roll, by Raven, Armel is being all alone. This is a problem inside the ice wall. They're keeping themselves at the front of this bristle. He's got no mana to work with. Tornado in the air. Armel eventually is not.
These are the type of fights that Fnatic wants to have. Prolonged team fights, reset multiple times, go in with the Earth Spirit, Phantom Lancer, burning the mana on top of EMP. Now Spirit Vessel is done. Something that throughout the history Morphling has struggled to play against is the mana. You don't have the answer unless you buy a BKB early on, and now you deal with those 2 mana burns. You might actually need to get a BKB. One fight goes badly for them, one extra fight, he'll probably switch to BKB. See, Aghanim Center queued up for now. Like, you need to defend yourself, because there are no defensive tools on.
Yeah.
Radiant should look
Who
to
are the
their
Morphling,
bottom
but,
tower.
you know. Way and Atlantis at KP. Gold 8. Gold away. Bit of an issue. He's gonna have to lead with that, right? From the tree split, never really in danger. Try to get that split.
I think he's tanky enough to be able to survive through like combinations from the Earth Spirit plus some like follow-up. Needs to be careful about the mana. Doesn't have a stick. He only has like magic stick, but it's in the backpack right now. DNC realizing they could take this opportunity. They could take this road for free pretty much. Are using a scan on the bottom, but they're not having a good read of what's happening. Boom was just protecting himself on the bottom, trying to take the tower. TNC will get... Now they know. Now they know something fishy. It's just too big.
Good read by TNC to recognize that Fnatic are capable of taking this thing and defend. Bebby, Moonlight Shadow is used. Fire nearby, and they need to be careful. This sentry's not that, or the vision that's right there inside the jungle. PL, Full Skip, Dragon Scale, Radiant. You're 300 gold away from Brewmaster having that axe. Mirana going mech. Will it be full Guardian Greaves there for the Mirana, you think?
Yule Scepter just feels good to have on the hero, especially against the mana burn, having mana sustain.
Charge in. Massaro's hit by this charge. He doesn't have Chemical Rage for 30 seconds. And he'll charge up a stun, but it's not likely that he lives here. The Cinder Brew is on him and burning. He gets the kill.
A lot of XP, a lot of gold, because you're kind of
is under attack.
semi-carry alchemist in this game. You're not that, like, you still have a lot of network. You're high level, you're level 12. But they need to be careful about that one.
Gabby takes the top tier 1. He's sitting 1,600 gold away from getting Ags of his own. If you asked me at this point who would have more Ags when the draft, I probably would have said Fnatic, seeing that it was an off-lane out. Instead, it's going the other way. Shroud Radiance for Bristleback. Almost finished with the Eternal Shroud.
A Shroud is the best item you can get against any kind of mana burn. You just get your mana back. EMP, well, I get my full mana back from that. So I don't care about that. There's also, you know, mana burn PL, so you need to have something. He's going into Radiance, Shroud, Lotus Orb, Radiance. I love that build up. Like, even Lotus Orb is giving him enough mana regen to be able to reset. So he can get silences and go for the Spirit Vessel on either himself or on the Morphling.
Again, is Gabby. 700 gold away here, and they should find jabs. Morphs into him, Geomagnetic Grip. They've got the silence and the kill there on to the Earth Spirit as they're going bottom and looking for DJ. Oh,
Saros
can't
getting
stop
chased.
it. Shadow Amulet. See if it works. Kind of Sentry, thinking he might do it again, but they've got that ult. And now they've got Armel right. Tim's ready to throw an arrow if need be, but Starstorm in, goes to the Shadow Amulet. Arrow hits, Dust is available. Massaros, his life, not long. And again, Armel gets the kill. They took the Alchemist pretty much in succession.
Just free gold. We can see this is not working out. Like, soft lane Alchemist, he's going for the Shadow Blade, trying to build a Silver Edge to be able to break the Bristleback. I still feel you need a BKB to be able to fight. There are a couple of abilities. The Glitching Magic community, still you feel very vulnerable at the moment. It's not a carry Alchemist. It's not one from the previous series where you have like SNY, you have Swift Blink, you have a BKB Abyssal Blade. You're lacking items.
Joker. 21-minute Mitre. We'll see if that pays.
Wants to be able to scale. Get too much mark.
Cinder Brew gets the Primal Split off just before the Tornado EMP comes in. They've got the Cyclone onto the Invoker. They've caught him with the stun from the Earth Panda. They will run down Moon, but do they get the kill? There is a Sentry down if Moon wants to go into the Ghost Walk, but it's on cooldown in the moment. So Arrow comes in from Tim's, and we'll get the finishing blow. Kill off this Invoker, and a great fight there from TNC. I know it only gets them the kill on the Invoker, but anything to slow down the Invoker is quite nice. You've got the Axe picked up by Gabby. That means the charge. Oh my god! He's almost as fast as the wall! They're going to come through on the jabs, get the kill, looking at Raven next, who's draining the mana from Gabby, but instead they'll go after DJ. The ult from Febby used onto this Crystal Maiden, and Gabby with a double kill.
And we can see the power of once again, Morphling +1, either it's Earthshaker, either it's Spirit Breaker, once he turns into him, like, so much speed, it's insane. Like, TNC once again, with their combination, they just love their Morphling. How are we gonna make this hero imbalanced? Well, this is the way. Because he had it at ages. I talked about, you know, him being maybe forced to go into BKB, gets that Aghanim Scepter, will threaten, has a second life, so he can afford to get that Aghanim Scepter, now goes into BKB to be able to feel the mana burn. Phantom Lancer, 0 deaths, 3,000 gold, behind Morphling, still, you know, trying to keep up. It's just this Alchemist is a big problem.
Yeah.
He fed a couple of kills, doesn't contribute that much to the team fight. I'd still prefer if he maybe went for a different route to get the Aghanim Scepter.
I'm a little sad. It looks like KP's saving for a... I wanted him to go for the shard. I just want to see it in a core role, in a pro game. Just once this year.
I think that's gonna be his item, possibly. Maybe after getting like BKB is fine. I don't necessarily think a Blink Dagger. You have 2 charges, one for Morphling, one for Spirit Breaker, so you're kind of covered into an education department. Either a BKB or a shard.
Yeah, we'll see what he ends up going for. His 1,600 gold saved up. Maybe he hasn't thought of it himself just yet. KB being built for the Alchemist, who is trying to get into that Silver Edge, recognizing that he needs the BKB for finishing off the Silver Edge with the consecutive.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Brew, Tim's, as well as Armel, they're smoked up. Working on this Radiance. They've got a haste on Brewmaster. They're trying to catch up to Masaros, who is inside these trees. I think exactly where he is. Similar to Brew. Charge comes across to the creep wave. That is so well done by Febby, knowing that he's sitting in the trees. Double dust and well, still a kill.
I'm sure why KP uses this split there. He could have just popped the dust and they would get a kill, but you know, you have 2 charges, so you don't feel that bad about it. Bristleback, you said, he's getting closer to the Radiance. That's gonna help quite a lot against the PL. I like the way TNC itemizes in this game. Bristleback, Ghost Shroud to deal with the mana burn once again. Lotus Orb, remove those Spirit Vessel charges, and also going for the scaling items.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Now, Invoker going for the shard, recognizing that he's taking a backseat here in terms of farm priority, going to beta utility with that shard. Barge coming through, jabs. This is the second time that you're recognizing this is not going to work. They'll get the kill here. Tornado comes in, that's going to hit into Febby with BKB being popped by Gabby. Working on these illusions, recognizing that that is not they really want to take with BKB getting lower.
Also having Bulldoze on Morphling is so good. Just having that status resistance. Well, what's the number on status? 70%. Yeah. This is what I thought it was like
100.
It feels like you just can't get stunned. That's
Wait, next form picks up a gem.
Febby gave him the gem. Febby's actually farmed for a position 5 Spirit Breaker. More farm than CM, that's for sure. Like he bought a gem, has an Ogre Axe, going into BC. I just love overall the itemization that TNT is doing. They understand like most of the damage they have is magical. So we're just gonna build BKBs.
They're going after Armel. Lotus Orb, charge. Do one of the illusions. They'll commit. Needs to morph into the Spirit Breaker again. There he goes. Has it available potentially for that double charge attack. Arcane Rune bottled up here by Gabby. Did go for that one. Or Brewmaster, sorry. Give me sad we may not ever see.
Radiance done, double charge.
And the reinforcements are here onto Masaros.
They don't necessarily need to rush things. If they could get possibly a pick off, turn that into Roche, who will respawn in 40 seconds. They already have a courier inside a bit.
They're going after the Brew. They've got the magnetized as well as the silence, and they'll get this kill on a KP. They'll end up losing GJ. BKB's been popped by KP. Goes after, jabs for a second. Moon trying to get into the high ground. Magnetize still rolling. Tornado hits onto the Morphling as well as Febby, the original copy of this Spirit Breaker. A buyback on DJ. They're really trying to make something out of potentially nothing. Raven continues to walk forward. Might even catch himself in a bad spot if he goes near those stairs, and they did buyback on DJ, so that is Crystal Maiden's buyback used.
Yeah. Invoker with the shard. I don't think I've ever seen rushing this shard early on. Increases like the wall length by 320. Nice number if we had like a few more to that. Like Dota numbers, real nice in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of made a big difference there. The extra, and you can vector target it. You can choose where you want it to go. Kind of easier to execute.
Gonna run.
This is why I didn't like Brewmaster picking up the Blink Dagger. You can see him still being very vulnerable to any kind of burst, mana burn, silence. BKB just seems like a mind-saving choice. Or you need to be careful with your positioning because you have 2 charges. You just pop that ulti straight away. No, you don't use other spells. You don't use Thunderclap, no Cinder Brood. You just split instantly.
Yeah, I don't think his position here in this lineup is to be at the front. Like, that's Bristle's position.
So you have Bristle, you have Spirit Breaker, you have Morph who will turn into Spirit Breaker, so you don't necessarily need ability on it. But, you know, it is what it is. Maybe he makes something out of the item.
Could.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Which Blink would you like to see on him?
Oh no. Maybe Arcane, lower the cooldown on the Primal split, because Brewmaster is all about that Primal split, especially once you finish it.
Those Blink Daggers are like choosing the first Pokemon.
Dire's top tower is under
Oh yeah.
attack.
Red, blue, and green. Which one's for you? Being Pikachu instead. Have no choice.
I'm all about that general.
Yeah.
I know some from Generation 2, but other than that, yeah, I'm just a boomer. Sorry, chat.
Boomers are sticking together.
And someone tells me, yeah, man, Dingle Dude, he's OP Pokemon. I'm like, what is that?
Dingle-Dude.
I don't know.
Please, Game Freak, make that a Pokemon.
Maybe it is, considering how many they are. I could have guessed it correctly.
Over here, just farming the niche. As Tim's comes over. Backing from up. Meanwhile, the Smoke Fnatic looking towards bottom. Nobody's home, but TNC wrapped behind him. Charge on the Raven. That gets stopped before it pulls Gabby onto the high ground. Guard coming from behind. They need to be careful as Masaros again spotted, and the stun is on the Febby. Can they get to Febby in time? He's gonna die here. They'll TP out on DJ, but there's the Primal Split. And they want to go for Masaros, who tries to get through the tree, trying to get away. Eventually spotted by Creep, cyclone in the air.
No rotations. Mirana trying to use the arrow. Let's see the combo. Oh, it's hard to execute. You know that the spell kind of has a but they still get the kill, which is okay. Now Gabby keeping top. There's like drawings on the minimap, what they want to do. Go push mid, go push top lane.
Gonna realize here that that roll might be a mistake. If you get out though, it's not. Escapes. Gabby unable to stop the TP there from Jab. Still sitting top of the net worth. They have a 16,000 net worth lead.
I kind of missed how it happened so fast. It skyrocketed. Phantom Lancer, still 0 deaths, has a new item, new shiny one. I have Scotty, reduce the healing for the Morphling, for the Bristleback. Still doesn't deal damage. He needs an extra item, maybe even 2 to be able to deal the damage. Invoker also very limited on that damage, it's more about the control.
Going through with the charge. Moves up into the air, roll away. 2 TP's good pop by Gabby going after DJ. They'll get the counter. Crystal made in every 70 seconds. Follow that up with a kill on the moon. He's gone, but has buyback. Masaru stunned on the run, trying to get back into the base. They'll buy back on Moon. See how he can help as he goes into the Ghost Walk. Has Cold Snap available. Arrow almost coming through and hitting, but right now, Fnatic are just spectators to this onslaught onto the tier 3 tower top. Trying to do some damage here onto Armel, but just doesn't feel like enough, and eventually he'll just pop the cheese.
They just don't have enough damage to go through Morphling. He also has Aegis, Bristleback, field pretty much unkillable. Has no mana whatsoever, so maybe that's the play they want to do. Try to burn mana with the EMP. With the Diffusal Blade of Phantom Lancer, it's just a rough one.
That tornado up in the air. Even trying to send these illusions out. EMP once again. comes afterwards. Raven does go forward himself. The real Phantom Lancer, please stand up. They're actually going to charge and put their attention here on the Alchemist, who charges up a stun and stops Gabby in his tracks for a second, but second stun, second charge. It's almost as good as second dinner.
They don't want to risk anything. Man, Gabby's Morphling is just always pleasure to watch. He's just insanely talented on the hero. Drop the gem on the ground. Cute little trick. You can see up hell. Gabby gets the ward. He actually put the gem on the high ground.
Birds all the way through. Moon trying to blink away, but still dead all the way behind the Ancient. They're going to focus their attention on a DJ freezing field. More just like a chill in the wind.
I believe this game is officially over. Fnatic, they have one set of barracks left on the bottom, but the water space cow is a bit too small.
Bottom tier 3 in the bottom set of racks. Just trying to seal the deal here. Fnatic holding on as best they can with the Geomagnetic Rip coming through, as well as the Sun onto the Brewmaster. Raven focuses his attention onto the Brew, but I don't know if this is going to be enough. He does have the Primal Split available, goes to the Thunderclap. Oh, actually doesn't have it available. It's lit up, but there are 0 charges. They get the kill on Masaros. He just needs a couple seconds longer. There's the Primal Split, but with the Primal Split, the GG call comes through, and Fnatic will lose game 1 to TNC.
Yeah, they tried something. They tried this offlane Alchemist. I've seen different things in different regions in EU a couple of times. He's going for that rush Aghanim Scepter, give it to one of your teammates to be able to scale.
Good evening, just put everything in the oven, Carl.
seconds. It is radiant. Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Dyer's ban. Radiant's turn to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Dyer's turn to ban. Radiant must choose. Ten seconds. 5 seconds remain. Dyer must choose.
Enigma.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Quick.
Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Dyer's turn to pick.
Bounty Hunter.
Ten seconds. Radiant's turn to ban.
Wraith King.
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds. It is Dyer's ban. It is Radiant's ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds remain. Dyer's turn to ban. 10 seconds remain. 5 seconds. It is Radiant Span. Ten seconds. 5 seconds remain. It is Dyer's ban. Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds. Dyer's turn to pick. Radiant's turn to pick.
Morphling.
Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds. Dyer's turn to pick.
Timber saw!
Ten seconds. 5 seconds remain. Radiant must choose.
Breaker.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. Radiant's turn to battle.
Lycan.
Ten seconds remain. Dive's turn to ban. Radiant's turn to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds remain. It is Dire's ban. Radiant's turn to pick. Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Dire's turn to pick.
Invoker.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds.
Bristleback.
Choose your hero.
Here I am. I just had to check. You know what I just did? I checked the drafts. I checked both of the drafts because I'm not sure who has what. Then I came back here on the camera and I forgot who has who. Who has which heroes. Exactly. I'll go with DNC. I think they have help me out here. Help me out.
Wraith King.
It's an easier game for them. They have tools to deal with this. We will run at you lineup. From Fnatic, I think like Bristleback is a very good option. Where fight all the time, fight around Lycanov.
Prepare for battle.
Do I have a pause? No, game started. Okay, so TNC, stop that. That is a lie. You guys are liars. TNC though, we're gonna take it. They actually are not fighting. It's DJ Invis. You guys, come on. Putting me in high pressure situations like this. I still can't trust him.
Yeah, they're a bunch of liars, bunch of losers. We don't not want to be associated with them.
I trust the Morphling again. I chose TNC. You just can't not trust Morphling on TNC.
It's just too strong. Gabby playing it once again. They have Spirit Breaker on top of that. They're just playing the same combo. If Earthshaker Morphling is not in the game, they will find ways to break the game. Find a way how to make Gabby's more imbalanced.
Yeah, they always find a way.
Transpires.
It'll be Fnatic with 3 bounty. TNC's.
None on this stage shrink from
It's
a
also
fight.
Enigma into Rubik, so like Rubik will have a pretty good game. Raking doesn't care, too much about the black hole. Has 2 lives. There are a lot of counter picks in this game. Like Rubik is great against the Timbersaw as well. You steal any of his abilities, pure damage, great against the Timber. But then again, you have Timbersaw playing against the Bristleback. There are a lot of goose.
Yeah, the Viscous Nasal Goose stacking up on Moon. But the one thing I wanted to ask is, DJ went to the Shadow Walker. What is he doing lane? Like, does he do anything in lane for level 1?
Oh, that's a classic from my puck, where he just hides and leeches XP. Bro, listen, I have this, I just need level 2. So DJ will body block that camp. It's very important because you don't put that much pressure with Lycan and the Bounty Hunter, and one good side full camps could make your lane a whole lot of difficult.
Jay now hit with the Wraith Fire Blast, and we'll get back to Invis.
Raking matches up nicely. Melee heroes has a potential as the offlaner. I just want to see what his item build is going to be. I do not want to see Hand of Midas into Battle Fury, into Radiance type of thing. Something we've seen in the game number 1, where they were just trying to go full greed. Like, maybe Orb of Corrosion is a cheap damage, slow, a lot of kill potential in the lane.
Yeah.
You also need to get more points in stun, at least like 2 points.
If you can get Orb of Corrosion, Telekinesis, Wraith Fire Blast, Fable, pretty much locking down, killing the bounty.
This Raking should free farm on the bottom lane, that's why they set up the lanes this way.
It's already 12-0. He's doing a good job all.
Also, I talked about Timbersaw having a good time against the Bristleback, against the Raid King. They can potentially have 2 Timbersaws. One from Rubik, one from the Morphling, so it's not that good of a Timbersaw game. Always these 2 heroes paired up together, Morphling and Rubik. Well, you have a spell? Well, we'll have a better spell and we'll have 1 extra.
Especially at some point, you're assuming that Morphling will
Bottom lane,
grab an
ask what
axe.
Bounty Hunter is going to do in this lane. Answer is give first blood.
Now the one true King has taken his head. We'll get first blood, and TNC already looking like they're having a fantastic time down here bottom. 22-1 for KP. And that's some wolves.
You're not pressured.
That's
You're
some
really
creeps.
not pressured at all. This lineup from Fnatic, they need to get the ball going, get the levels, get that Lycan Book 3, and start playing with Enigma, Eidolons. He also has 2 Sage Mask. I believe he's also going to go possibly into that Necro Book. I do not want to see more than Necro 1. feels like a bit of a waste on Enigma.
We've seen Enigmas at least.
We've seen different item builds.
Yeah.
We've seen yesterday from Baboka him going Etherlands.
Yeah. And he was holding the 2 Sages Nest the entire game over.
Warrior never raged.
Taking a look over at bottom. Bounty Orb of Venom. Phase boost.
Denied.
Himself 2 CS. He's trying to pull this camp over and maybe
Yeah,
get a
Bounty,
little bit
bro,
more.
you need to calm down with those last hits. 2 already.
So I don't even know if Jab's going to make anything from these 2 Sages Nests, just based on what I saw from Vogue yesterday. 2 different regions, 2 different styles of play, 2 different players. I think DJ, again, just still trying to use the Shadow Walk. Gennadi's also got the Shuriken toss. Meanwhile, Tim's, he'll have Boots coming out, KP. He's got Orb of Venom.
Illusion!
DJ, presumably knows immediately, eats a Wraith Fire Blast whenever he's going to show himself, and the damage coming in. You just can't sustain that.
Steal my money, I steal your HP. Life steals off of it, deals a ton of damage.
Dyer's
The cost of taking that much damage is 12.
It's the biggest bait Dota history. There was a good Reddit thread about it. Bounty goes in, steals your 12 gold, gets harassed, gets stunned. Killing Salve is AFK for 10 plus seconds, comes back, steals more gold. They repeat the same. You're half HP of any region left, so you're using the courier. It was a funny.
Tim's just sapping some experience here away from Jabs. I think they spotted that courier coming over. I think they actually spotted Jabs himself making the rotation in to the triangle. Well, his courier goes down, and well, Enigma now doing inside the Dire jungle. This is some aggressive farming.
Let's see
Full
how
on
they're gonna
mana,
punish that. Charge. It's a level 2 Enigma.
Malphus out onto Tim's. The charge will come all the way through. It'll take some time. Telekinesis. Meanwhile, Bounty Hunter one shot from dead. Not sure he can really help out himself. They're going to use the Tornado on Febby to make sure that he doesn't go onto this Enigma. Well done by Moon, who's not having as difficult as a game. You know, Armel, he does have 10 more CS, but Moon isn't dying.
Yeah, I'm worried about this Enigma, and it's only level 2, 6 minutes in. Quite surprising, you know, a hero that farms the jungle much faster than some other heroes. And we are having a word from production that Spirit Breaker was level 1, now hit level 2. I was not aware of that. Thank you very much.
A little bit low. Of course, now Febby goes and gets the bash at level 2. He'll bash on his first hit. Always nice. And DJ was searching. He was maybe hoping he could catch a bristle. Whether it was to his back or his face, who knows? Weird DJ again. He's just scouting vision at the moment. We're not really feeling the effectiveness of this bounty hit.
He's a walking ward, pretty much.
Which that combined with the fact that, you know, you are low level on the Enigma too is a bit of a problem. Febby committing for this. He's under the tower, in some trouble. DJ comes around, so does
Oh, get that
Jabs.
level 2 Spirit Breaker.
Oh, can they get him? Shuriken toss in the trees. Salve?
He used Salve. He tried to go for a sneaky one, you know, salve a bit, charge something.
Maybe get a charge out, yeah. That would have been pretty impressive if he was able to salve, get enough health to charge away.
Also pretty impressive that they got 160 gold for that kill. Horrible
Level
corrosion, done on Wraith King, some cheap damage, more slow, going into the hand of Midas.
Tornado misses, but they do have the EMP. Raven will use that shapeshift. DJ come and well, it's looking like KP will fall here. Shuriken toss and a right click from Raven, so slowing down this Wraith King. That being said, got Morphling getting some space. Wraith King still second on the net worth after that.
Now, Wraith King will struggle in this game. The Reincarnation can just put a point in it. He's playing against Mana Burn from the Necro units, EMP.
So he'll need that shard.
He'll need that shard. Exactly. You never feel safe playing into Invoker, and especially Invoker plus the Necro units. Febby's acting like he's level 7 Spirit Breaker, climbing high ground, just checking out what's up there. See if there are any stacks.
Not the same game for him. He was high level before in the last game. This time he's still level 2, 10 minutes into the game. And this has been a day of like very farm supports. I think this is the lowest supports have been throughout all 5 games so far.
The Breaker, still level 2.
Some experience mid. Or at
He
least
needs
try
to
to.
get something. Try to stack, possibly. For those stacks. Later on, someone else clears it, and he or just give him a lane. Rubik is level 5. He also kind of needs the dome.
Stacks being cleared by Armel. The Vanguard. Orchid for the Invoker this time, and you could feel the difference. Like, Moon has a lot more of the map available for him to farm. His lane's not going poorly, so when he's not kicked out, he can continue to just keep himself towards, you know, a decent spot. DJ getting chased, there's a sentry down. They're going to continue to go for this bounty and eventually finish him off, as well as pick up a bounty rune, completing that bottle.
Dire's middle tower is under
He still wants this.
Very greedy. I'm having flashbacks from the previous game. Battle Fury Alchemist. It's an offlane Wraith King. Moon scouting him out. Mana Burn is there.
Looking to get the kill on the Wraith King while over top. Armel comes in. Raven chasing Tornado, missing on the KP over in the bottom lane. Armel dancing around the tower. Timber Chain comes across. Spirit Breaker's right here. Masaro's now eating this Viscous Nasal Loop. Can they get the kill on the KP? DJ coming over. Dust is used. That'll send him back while over top again. Masaro's goes for the Timber Chain. They have stolen Timber Chain. They're right on top of the Timber Saw. He gets hit by Telekinesis right before he Timber Chains away. And Febby will claim the life of this Timber Saw.
And while all this was happening, I was watching the bottom Wraith King. He was being chased by 3 heroes. Track is online. He step dodges to the side. Tornado, and then Bounty Hunter is chasing him. He just got mana for the pops the dust just to slow him down and run. What a play for Kate.
Really well done there. And buying some space, enough to get the kill into the Timber. And oh boy, Tim struck in. Okay. Survives.
It's all about the survival for TNC in this game. Try not to lose. Try to keep your towers alive. Timbersaw is the hero that wants to snowball. He does not have any kills.
shrink from a fight.
Gabby's doing a very good job just staying away from the Timbersaw. Like most of the carries will probably just stay there, try to contest the Timbersaw.
DJ caught again.
He went for the jungle. DJ.
Tim's with, I guess, a little bit of revenge. You track and try and kill me, well, you're unsuccessful.
It's a good
I
move
will
to
be
be
successful.
You have so many good spells to steal. Like either you steal a track, anything Timber, so against Timber. Even Tornado works real nice. The Black Hole.
Yeah, they have Blink Black Hole available. We'll see how it gets used, who they're going to go for. That Blink getting delivered, I believe. It's on the courier. Gabby going into Manta. Tornado EMP and KP low on mana once again. Trying to hold as many magic wand charges as he can to make sure he has mana for reincarnation.
Might is done. Just needs to use the courier. Nah, it's paying off.
Oh, they need a black hole.
Get the ball off.
Yeah, dead very quickly. Ulti used, just not in time, and well, that's going to be Febby giving up a second. So a quick 1-2 gut punch from Fnatic, now taking a 1k lead. And that's going to happen when you're unable to shift and Will get used, but it's on a big cooldown. We'll see if there ends up being a retaliation here from TNC. Tim's coming over, Fable used,
look at
and
that
now the
attack
Fire
speed.
Blast.
Necronomicon Warrior with Alacrity.
Okay, gold. Advantage here for Fnatic. TNC, it seems like, yeah, they're waiting on Gabby, but can they keep this game together close enough with what Fnatic are throwing in direction at the moment?
I'm just having the same previous game that if Fnatic this time around keeps the pressure going, they just might be able to win it. I want to see how the next fights are gonna go. Also, there's a Roche possibility for Fnatic. You have Eidolons who are maxed out now, level 4, Necrobook 3 already done. He's going into Orchid, something that we see quite a lot, especially in Southeast Asia region on Lycans, where you don't want to grow. The Gabby will have that Manta style pretty soon, just 1,000 more gold.
They're gonna have double Orchid,
Look to their top tower.
as Invoker will have one, and so will the Viking. Still trying to figure out where KP's going with this Midas. I'm hoping it's not Midas.
It's a possibility. I would love to see maybe
Scanning for enemies.
Armadesso type of a build. Because Morphling is your carry, you also have a Bristleback. Maybe if Bristle gets less farm, Raken gets a bit more, and that Bristle kind of transitions to playing in those
Certainly doable. As I believe Gabby's almost done with his Manta. He's got a lot of stacks to work with. And then he's going into the Ags. Obviously, we saw that combination in the last game. Not sure it'll be as effective this game. We're yet to see that, and we'll have to see if it is effective. They go to the smoke, 4-man smoke heading towards top. Not sure this ward caught vision of anybody, but now these necro creeps are going around trying to spot anybody they can. Courier coming in. We got nothing on it. Let's see. Charge comes through on a Masaros. Shadow Walk stolen by the Rubik. Going to the ult. They're thinking about it. Masaros continues to feint it. Doesn't think they can catch him before he timber chains. Telekinesis. Tim's taking a lot of damage. He's tracked up. Toss kills him. And now they've got Raven coming through. There's a bad fight for TNC. They need to be careful about how they approach this. Moon invis under the nose of this Bristleback. Tornado EMP. That hits KP. So now he really can't be too confident because he doesn't have mana for reincarnation.
Now, Bristleback is just in their face right now. Also, this initiation on a Timber Saw. They drop him in front of the 4 heroes. He gets a Whirling Death off, plus a Chakram. So, a lot of damage. They need to be careful about that one. If they can just going down them. Black Hole. All a Black Hole.
Again onto Armel, and they'll get the kill. And they don't need this to be a showstopper Black Hole.
You don't necessarily need to get, 4-man Black Hole. Wow. More about them isolating one hero, getting more control of the map, possibly getting inside the Roche. Great King going straight into Shard. Okay.
It almost feels like a necessity, right?
There's 2 types of mana burns, Necro Warriors and EMP. So definitely need to be able to protect himself, but my question is, where's the damage from? What is your role in this game?
Sure.
They need levels on a Spirit Breaker. Oh no, Baby, what are you doing? Is that mind control type of a thing? I see 2 fluffy hats. I've seen a post on Reddit where mind control had 6 fluffy hats. It didn't end well for his team.
So we'll have to see where this goes. Can you fit 2? Those hats look so... Like, I don't think you could
Yeah,
fit
you have
one of
to
those.
horn. Just stick 1 hat on
Okay.
each one.
Point. P obviously has the shard queued, doesn't have it available for 2 more minutes. So he'll continue to farm. Midas off cooldown in 5. Jab's just sitting bottom. Take those Eidolons and continue to push out and farm so he can get to the BKB while the rest of the team takes. This feels similar to game 1, except the other side of the other way around.
Yeah, exactly. The feeling that I got after this breaking was picked. He's going for Hand of Midas. 2,000 gold in the bank. Maybe he's thinking, you know, shard is good, but if somehow I can make it work, possibly get the Radiance online, it's gonna be worth it. If we don't lose the next fight, I'll be getting closer to that Radiance. So it's a possibility.
How much does the Radiance help them?
Not great against Lycan. You know, great damage overall, but then you need to get the Radiance shard right after.
Yeah. Could be
He's thinking he's in a tough situation. This item build could backfire. You go for the wrong item build, you take 1 or 2 bad fights after that. You're kind of stuck with your items and you're not able to.
Jabs has no black hole for 38, but Raven, well, he's got an Aegis, he's got an Orchid. They should be able to run him down, and when you don't have mana, you don't have a second life. Dead again, 25 seconds till he could buy the shard and not have that problem. It's probably almost even better that he didn't reincarnate, because then it would be on cooldown. Then he'll just be alive and reincarnation afterwards.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And yeah, KP buys out on that shard. Has 1,000 gold to work with now, as well as the Midas off cooldown. He'll get himself even more gold. Question is, where does he go from here? And he's still hopefully relying on Morphwing getting that Ags away from.
Yeah, all those kills are slowly adding up. Track kills on top of that, controlling more bounty roots and getting D wards with Necro units. So that's why we see 8k gold lead for Fnatic right now.
Tim's caught again. Masaros, easy kill there on the Rubik. On the pressure Gabby, and they will pressure him away from the lane. 4 heroes down bottom. I believe that was the ulti used by Raven to just push them back, and well, now
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
In my father's name.
Double kill! Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Comes over to get the kill on a jab. Shuriken makes it so Gabby's quite low. Sunstrike misses. He's up towards the top of the screen. Turns into the Spirit Breaker, and oh, I didn't quite see what took him out there. I don't know if I'm blind, but I couldn't see it. Oh, I think the observer just
Forge
circled
Spirit?
the Forge Spirits.
Okay.
I saw that little move right there. Thank you.
Because he had 21 charges, that's why I was wondering how did he die? Maybe he was trying to morph everything down, use a wand, got hit by a Forge Spirit, unfortunately.
Decipher the drawings of Lepos with the cursor going around the Forge Spirits.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
So let's see, 14k lead, but definitely feeling potentially doable. Oh, KP Dust on the moon, telekinesis, that hits. They've got the track onto the bounty hunter. More track gold for them, and it's track and leave. You need to get out of here and bail, but there's the shapeshift as well as the silence. Febby just gets obliterated. Now they're on to Armel. Can they stay on the bristle and get this kill? Tornado EMP with the Midnight Pulse. BKB as well as the Black Hole comes down. Gabby turns into the Timber Saw. Thinking about going in on this. But the BKB still going for jabs. They don't get the kill on Armel just yet. The Deafening Blast. There's the Manta still disarmed. Chakram. Black Hole stolen, and it's on to Masaros again. They get that kill on a Raven. Gabby gets the kill there. Timber Chain onto the high ground. They're still controlling Masaros, but is it going to be enough to get the kill? Whirling, dealing. Can they get it? Oh, Tim survives because the Timber Chain misses. Masaros is gone, and like that, TNC.
Oh, that's a perfect one. You know, run. Then he turns into into Timbersaw and uses it against him. So yeah, Black Hole. They didn't get a kill. It's much easier for Enigma right now to play. He has a Blink BKB. Getting very close to the Lincoln Sphere. Once he got that, Rubik will need to find a way how to, get through that Lincoln Sphere. But yeah, good fight for TNC.
extending them. They're getting these fights to go long enough where they can start to turn them around.
They need to not be able to die during the shapeshift, because this is where the most damage comes from. And I like it, going for some crazy item build, which I really like. You know, getting that Scotty, slow down Bristleback, great against the Morphling, it reduces the regeneration.
Track, Tim's in trouble, but there's the charge. BKB popped by Jabs. Now the charge coming out from Gabby. He's going to stop right in front of Jabs. They'll get the kill on the Tims, but they'll trade Jabs.
Tim's is like, guys, how did you let me die there? He got cold snap and just attacked by 2 Force Spirit.
Tornado, EMP, they need to be careful. No matter. Strike. The Wolves are in. They pick up the Aegis in time. They get it on the Gabby, but the Deafening Blast hits on a 3 as well as the Ice Wall being down. They're going to bring in the Forge Spirits. They'll get the kill here on the KP. He's got Reincarnation, but look at this. He's so slow in the Ice Wall. But he's got the Axe. He'll survive for a little bit longer. Eventually, well, that life will be depleted.
He'll get those Forge Spirits before he dies.
Charge? Nope, not landing. And they'll get the outpost in
These
time.
are track kills. Like, all of these are track kills, so they're getting a lot of gold from that. Still, I would call this a big win for TNC. They got the Aegis from the enemy team and the cheese on top of that. Gabby holding both for now, going into BKB. And Spirit Breaker, you know, he's getting the levels. Charge maxed out, Bulldoze maxed out, status resistant there, 70%. When Morphin turns into him, so that's going to be quite good. I mean, Black Hole doesn't care about status resistance, so that's also a good thing going for Fnatic.
Saros finishes that Shiva's. Force Staff, he's got 2 charges on that Spirit Vessel, good against this Morphling. Cheese is dropped. Who is that given to? The Brisson? Tome and double Shivas. Interesting.
A bit of miscommunication. You definitely don't need the 2 Shivas guard. It's good to have the slowdown, regeneration, Spirit Vessel. Yeah, they have the 3 best items. Like the Morphling, something he doesn't like to play into. Spirit Vessel. They have almost Scotty done on Raven, and yeah, that's double Shivas guard. Double the value. It's not how it works.
Charge coming through onto DJ. That's coming out with Gabby. Will charge hit all 3 heroes. Uh-oh. Now the wave for him as well as the kill on a move. They took him out so fast. They're looking for the charge coming out from Febby. DJ, charge. Here they come like cars too. DJ getting low, trying to get out of this one, but the ulti comes out from Febby. Using that Nether Strike will get the kill on a DJ. They're looking for the TP out, but there's the telekinesis coming through on the Saros.
Run. And get out of that one. So yeah, great initiation from Gabby. He turns into Spirit Breaker, charges into 3 people. Like, they're just stacking. Fnatic is handling the fight to them quite easily.
That was a good one. I'm still smiling from you getting the run off. And then I did like the Gabby, you're washed up. That voice line's great too.
Oh yeah.
Armel, take top tier 1. There is a courier here.
KP picked up a gem, so it's gonna be much easier to catch Invoker, catch that Bounty Hunter, get rid of some of the vision.
I got excited for a second. It's Raven going for the Scotty. I saw the point booster. I thought he was gonna have the bite available.
Now for a moment I thought, yeah, Bloodstone, man. These Southeast Asian games are wild, especially the previous one, you know. Alchemist does not give a damn thing, gets a Battle Fury for himself as an offlane, goes into Shadowblade, kind of ruins a lot of the pubs, because there will be someone, you know, just saying, I just saw that, you know, you can't report me, I'm not reportable.
Yeah, but you can't copy something that was used in a losing effort.
Yeah, but
if it was a winning effort, maybe I'd give a little bit more slack. DJ caught again, Wraithfire Blast.
Tranquil Boots, regeneration, and the tower regen actually keeping him alive there because they did not hit him, not even once to cancel the Tranquils.
Axe being built for the Rubik. I'm excited for that from Tim's. That is always fun to watch when you get a Rubik in there, stealing spells, throwing them back. Bang, bang, boom, back and forth.
Bang, bang, boom.
Yeah, bing, bang, boom. Oh.
Okay. I'm down with some bang bang boom abilities. So yeah, getting close to it. Also having like Ether Lens, Arcane Supremacy maxed out, level 15 talent, so you can cast his abilities from really far away. And has that Philosopher's Stone, so that's helping quite a lot.
And that gold going to the Axe, 250 gold away. And we'll secure the tower and probably make the difference. So tower goes down, and Axe 100 gold out. Charge from Gabby, that's coming in onto the mid lane. That'll put him pushing out. Forge Spirits and making sure that these lanes from pushing in too hard. Aegis has expired. You always want to throw it out after its expiration date. If he likes his salad.
And Katie, he's all alone there. He has that shard, has that Aghanims, but they need to connect with him.
Yeah, it's almost like they're waiting for them to get drawn out by KP, and that's exactly what will happen. Massaro's now leading, and it's just him who was able to get that kill to KP, who is level 20. And then you've got Armel continuing to throw quills, as well as the Viscous Nasal Goo, trying to draw this Fnatic team out.
So much value from the gem against Invoker, against the Bounty Hunter, and Volt. So you can actually like smoke. There's always this constant threat of just Volt being on top of you, scouting things out, and you know, it's also a lot of gold. Finally, Febby gets all his spells maxed out, skipping the talents, and has that Vladimir's aura now. Has an item. It's actually his third item if you two fluffy hats.
Yeah, I'll count it. Maybe I'll get a real life fluffy hat. Looks very comfortable. Bristle, he's got Thistle Blade. Elven Tunic, Tornado EMP. Still working with some mana, also has your cheese, he's been tracked.
Fnatic lineup is just gonna keep falling off. You have Timbersaw, you have Lycan. You know, even Lycan can get like still 2 more items. It's just that other heroes scale much better into late game. They rely so much on Enigma landing a multiple man black hole to win a fight right now. Jabs can't afford to go for a single black hole anymore.
Yeah, at the beginning of the game, obviously that works out in your favor. You're going to have that early black hole just to get those single kills, but that was when you were running away with the game. It's a 1k lead.
They lost almost 10,000 gold lead in the last 5 to 7 minutes.
Look at that. 15,000 in their
It was a 15? Okay.
And gone. You know, you drop it all off.
Yeah.
And that it just shows the ability from TNC to stick with it, and they made the right moves. We talked about that, moving around the map. Getting that Aegis was big at slowing down the game because the pressure was coming out from Fnatic, like the first game that TNC was doing to Fnatic. And they read that situation really well.
Wait, where is their gem? I can't find the gem. Raid King was holding on to gem for a very long time. Did he drop it? What happened to gem? He didn't die.
Morphling's got it.
Okay, Morphling got it. Because I've seen Febby. He's queued up another gem.
Multiple gems. That's the world. Trying to get some to be a big Grateful Dead fan. Timeless Relic for the Invoker going into the Axe. Gabby going Heart. Tarhorn found for the...
Oh, he also found the Illusion Escape. Another extra illusion of the Morph. Easily, you can bait stuff with it, you can scout things, it's also a farming tool. It's just the best tier 4 item you can find on Morph.
See, as the next Roche time is not too far away, so the next fight might decide.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, wow.
Timeless Relic on Rubik.
And Flamethrower for the Timbersaw. I like that.
Yeah, I was just talking about Timeless Relic on Rubik. You interrupt me and say, yeah, Flamethrower on Timbersaw. Like, it's not even close. You know, it's just a meme. I don't know. Not the greatest shard up.
Hang my head in over here. Get excited about the different things that come out. Oh, I'm excited about the Timeless Relic, especially with the Ags. You know, I feel like your output as Tims on this Rubik right now is pretty high. Leveler and Stormcrafter for the Radiant side. He's still holding on to the... And he's going Trickster's Cloak.
Okay, they found the Trickster Cloak as well. It's good for positioning, so he can find the opening. They also have a gem, so they can get rid of the vision, they can get rid of the Necro units vision, true vision they provide. But hiding and stealing the black hole from Enigma is his job in this game. They only need to be able to proc the link. So probably Spirit Breaker needs to use... Try to proc it.
Yeah, so it might
or
be difficult.
Abyssal Blade. Abyssal Blade also by Bristleback.
Do you want to pop a with
Yes, you have
Abyssal
to.
though?
Yeah, you have to.
Game sitting even, 18-13. 80% cooldown efficiency for KP. 800 gold earned by this.
If Black Hole is used and Enigma has like 5-second BKB, pops the BKB a bit before he goes in, you don't need anyone to actually pop the Lincolns. You can use the Fate Bolt for yourself because the duration is 4 seconds, and then you do the Black Hole. It's very good.
They found the Sorrows. Uh-oh, Timber Saw has been caught. He's up in the airwave form. Gabby getting the kill onto the Timber. Thrower not going to help you in that situation. KP going to the Abyssal. He's scaling real well. And just, it's going to be such a nuisance. I mean, we've seen, teams have to play against this Ace King Ags where, fights just are so much longer.
You will get your spells off.
Yeah.
Like, even if you caught inside a black hole, it lasts 4 seconds, the Reincarnation Axe keeps you alive for 7 seconds, gives you extra attack speed as well on top of that.
Going guard himself, that attack upgrade. 50% of the track speed boost, providing 600 vision around the target for Bounty Hunter's team.
It's an old track.
Smoke used, and they'll go into Roach, but Rubik does have his courier out. The shield keeping it in a spot that maybe it survives, but it does get killed off. You can see not too far away from the pit, but they'll have to react pretty quickly to go in on this. DJ watching those steps. From on Roach, make a move. DJ over, track tornado. Now hit with the ice wall. Just Aegis, choose Refresher, all going to Fnatic pretty much for free. Abyssal Blade though, use that shapeshift bash as he's shapeshifting. Now they'll focus their attention here on the Gabby, the bringing DJ as well as Raven over. KP trying to help out. Febby up in the front lines as he gets silenced with Chakram, and now KP comes in with the Wraithfire Blast. Raven still moving in. They got the kill on the Gabby. Febby, it's just a matter of time until he dies. Black Hole moves on Armel, and they'll pop the Lincolns, but I think Tim stole it. He's got Chakram. That's it. Link's away. I think going to Bristle. He doesn't have buyback. And Febby dies too. That was very lax from TNC.
And Enigma has Refresher because they have been blessed by Gaben, so even if like they decide to take one more fight, he could possibly just refresh it and land a game-winning black hole.
And no Bristle for 70. Got a win condition right now if you pressure up. I'm wondering why TNC, because they knew that road.
Yeah, that was happening. That's why I'm so surprised that they did not go in and try to contest it.
Chakram back and forth from Tim. Fire blast, E-Blade coming through into Massaros. Chakram again throwing it through these creeps. Telekinesis from a distance. Fateful. Massaros getting chain locked down, but KP pops the Minotaur horn, gets hit with the track, and now Raven forward. He's got the Alacrity. He's trying to take a tier 3 in the top lane as they'll go up. They've got the axe picked up by the Invoker. Raven now forcing himself back as the charge comes out from Febby. This is pretty stopped right before the stairs.
So yeah, no buybacks used at all. They popped the glyph. Need to be very careful. Like, Fnatic doesn't want to fully commit. They would like to wait another minute for Black Hole to come a cooldown.
Have the double Black Hole.
Double Black Hole, also going into Aghanim Scepter. But for now, I think you just save a buyback.
and picked up here by Bounty's hold.
They lost the gem.
KP back. Let's see, Armel working towards a heart. Got cheese, didn't survive that black hole. Fortunate for him. And here's a little talent, Eidolon damage coming for the Enigma. A talent that the Bristle took the Warpath damage for stack. Nice when you're starting to hit pretty hard as a Bristle.
Enigma has enough mana to actually use 2 black balls. A pressure shard doesn't cost any mana, so pressure orb. Now they're putting the pressure. 2 black holes available. Cheese, Aegis, they're ready to go.
Taking that percent chance critical strike with the shapeshift. See, Heart for the Morphling. They're coming up onto the high ground. Armel spotting this teaching across with the track through on Bristle back. Gabby's on the high ground, waiting for him down to the low ground. They get the kill on the DJ immediately, and he's going to buy back. Good 6 spree here for Gabby, but Enigma
go in.
He's gone. Already popped the BKB on the Enigma. It might be time for Fnatic to get out, knowing that Enigma can't really do anything without the BKB. They get to go on to Febby. Finally falls. He'll buy back. And now with BKB popped by Gabby going after the Enigma. Pops the Lincolns. Jabs now. Needs to be very careful. Coming over. Black hole. Uh-oh, this is a problem. And Cataclysm comes down. Tim's telekinesis up in the air. And he's got Chakram. He's tracked up in some trouble. They'll get the kill here on the KP as well. Tim's will look over at Armel. But Raven getting low. Bashed up in some trouble. Loses the Aegis. But the Whirling Death. Oh, start for the Centaur. They'll get the kill here on a Febby. He bought back. He's going to be gone for 88 seconds. They've got KP with buyback, but the Bash is coming through on Armel with BKB being popped here as well as the track on him. So he's trying to run away, but all 5 heroes are around him inside of Fnatic, and they'll get the kill. Triple for Masaros. Armel is gone again without buyback.
Man, that Centaur, Agent Centaur playing for Fnatic. He's been infiltrated in that jungle for 46 minutes, and now he has revealed his true face. There's also Gem on the ground. I think Rubik misclicked. I believe Rubik misclicked and clicked on Timbersaw instead of Enigma to be able to steal the black hole, failed to do so. Like his position, he was not close to the fight at all. He was standing where Dire tier 2 tower stands on the right side, just to be able to, you know, stand far away from the fight, go in, possibly steal a black hole.
Through a Vow, he'll use it immediately. Waveform back and forth, Tornado coming in, but that's not going to land. Masaro's trying to zone out Gabby. We'll use that flamethrower. Rolling Death stolen by Tim's. High ground. Picks up for Moon. Waveform over to the side. Lincoln's popped on multiple heroes. Gabby still here as the Timber, and you've stolen Alacrity. That's big. That's really good big one. 20 other heroes.
With no Bristol.
There's the Alacrity on the Gabby. They're going to go over the Waveform. They're going to deck down the Waveform telekinesis. They've got themselves the reincarnation. That's top of the Death Glass coming out with the BKB. Black Gabby. They're looking with the black hole. It's going to hit. Oh, he's only on the KP. They'll get the count on the Rain King. They look over as the charge hits on the DJ. But Soro's still front running on this one. And Rubik does not steal that black hole. They've got the ice wall down on top of Gabby, and that's making it so he can barely move
Gabby's out of mana. He has buyback though, but he's dropping the power treads, bringing some mangoes. Gabby microing his hero nicely, but
Tornado.
still, Barracks will go down.
Just Tim's not coming away with a black hole when he needs it.
It's a tough one, you know. There's a lot of chaos happening. He needs to be in a good position. Someone needs to proc that Lincolns. They have one Abyssal Blade and they have Spirit Breaker with the Nether that goes through that. They need to either like pop it before or need to use one of those two.
Courier goes down. 7,300 gold, trying to get a Scotty out in his favor. We did have Alacrity on Gabby. They really weren't able to do much with it. They end up still losing that top rat. See, the game is now back to 19,000 in favor of Fnatic.
What a back and forth games today.
Heart for the liking. Raven at times he's felt a little like he's fallen off a bit, but overall I think it's okay. Valkyrie coming back in, getting a Bloodthorn, getting a Heart, what a ability. Ooh, Missile Blade comes through, and now they're going to look over the Dwarfling. He didn't get the shift off. Like, he has a lot of HP, percentage base. Maybe now trying to run, he's gone.
Rips him apart.
60 seconds, he's got no buyback. Morphling does, probably going to be forced to use it. Tornadoes in the air, Armel now tracked up. Super Chain comes across as well as the Whirling Death. They look over, he's been popped by Armel. They've got the house stolen, so they're going to try and keep Armel alive. As they'll use that Invisible Blade right click, something like a Raven, as well as the right clicks coming through from his great kick with the Death Blessed. The Minotaur Horn is popped. Now, he's gone. This is a problem. They'll go after him. The buyback's pretty late here from Gabby, as Massaro still just frontlining. They've got these heroes just dropping after the Wraith King's axe falls apart on them. And buyback available on the Bristle as KP still hitting away on Massaros, but it's the Timbersaw who doesn't feel like he's ever going to die in this game anymore. Incarnation. Active pop once again. Massaros just standing forward as the rest of these buildings. And well, Massaros really doesn't care about this tickling damage that's coming out from PNC. He's got the Midnight Close down. Drops him up. Fusion coming out by Gabby. Over to the Black Hole. This might come in, though he gets popped. And now the Super Chain over. They look over Gabby. Raven and Massaros.
Black Hole him. Game's over.
Armel, he's gone. Fnatic, they'll end up losing TJ as well as Raven. They have buyback available on the Lycan. There's the Black Hole coming through on the floor. But there's the Cataclysm right on top, and the Meteor dropped down on him. He's gone. He's only just a second life thanks to the Wraith King Axe. And eventually, he'll die for 2 minutes. 125 seconds on the sideline. They look over at Xebi. They'll get a kill. It's a full team wipe in favor of Fnatic, and they will split the first two. It's one apiece, and we will go into another 8-3.
And great performance on Fnatic in this one, managing to keep up, even though they have like Timbersaw, they have Lycan, these two heroes usually fall off, they made it work. Enigma, what a great game from
Just put everything in the oven, Carl.
and behold. Hi.
5 seconds remain. It is radiant. Ten seconds remain. Dire's turn to ban. Radiant's turn to ban. It is Dire's ban. Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds. Radiant's turn to pick. Ten seconds must choose.
Enigma.
Radiant must choose.
Quick.
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Dire's turn to pick.
Bounty Hunter.
It is Radiant's ban.
Beastmaster.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Dire's turn to ban. 10 seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. It is Radiant's ban. Dire's turn to ban. Radiant's turn to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It is Dire's ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds remain. Dire's turn to pick. Radiant's turn to pick.
Oracle.
Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds. Dire must choose.
Storm Spirit.
Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Radiant's turn to pick.
The sack.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It is Radiant's ban.
Night Stalker.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It is Dire's ban. Radiant's turn to ban. Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Dire's turn to ban. Radiant must choose. Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds. Dire must choose.
Phantom Assassin.
Monkey King.
Select your hero. Make the ultimate choice.
No, I will not. The Vision against the Night Stalker. Night Stalker is the king. Wall. I don't feel. Analyst on the panel. Boards not.
I'll pretend I didn't enjoy
Or
this.
bound. You're thinking about what you're gonna pick. This is a. You're just gonna chill, maybe do something else, do the dishes while I'm dead, because a lot of times dead. It's gonna be a rough one.
Huzzah! The next
No, man.
level play.
No, you gotta prove these analysts wrong. Going with you, TNC. Just for that reason. And I read some coffee beans earlier. Game number 3 here. It is a very, very important game because usually the winner of this game wins the series, and then a whole bunch of things happen in the standings that will happen. You guys will figure it out after it's done. And then we come into tomorrow, which is final day. I mean, this is down to the wire. Quite literally, it is.
Yeah, I can't believe we're almost done with Southeast Asia.
Yeah. And it's so close. We spent 6 weeks to learn no answers. We have no idea who's going to the major.
The
God,
battle begins.
could you imagine? See what ends up happening. Fnatic winning game 2, TNC taking game number 1. If you guys are just joining us, need a refresher.
Yeah,
Orb
not a
or
real
shard.
item, not a shard, not a refresher orb.
See, we'll see what happens. Jab's back on that. Enigma. Soros picks up the Night Stalker. Moon. He's had kind of 2 interesting matchups. The first game obviously wasn't as great for him. The second game was good. I don't think it was as good as we've ever seen. That's for sure.
Yeah, this time around, I think track with good answer to the Storm Spirit in the laning stage. Both of these heroes should farm. Like you buy a Raindrop, of course, on a last track. You buy a Storm Spirit eventually after you get Bottle. It's about how much you can harass a Moon. Really playing the well.
Make an abomination.
Playing it really well right now and just outpushing the lane. Farm underneath the tower, possibly getting some denies. Just some standard stuff. Like I would call this 5 for last track, in my opinion. Haven't seen that matchup in a while. I don't believe last track received buffs lately. I'm not just talking about the latest patch, but the overall still feels like a very strong hero overall.
Right. Is this a lineup where TNC are going to try and use that power of the try and... They've got Leshrac and Beastman.
It's
This
a lot
seems
of
high pressure.
a lot of tower damage coming out from these 2 heroes.
Make an
So
abomination.
towers could potentially melt. You have a vision coming out. Hawk, but once again there is vision from Stalker with the Bounty Hunter, Remnants. I want to see how much does that get on the bottom lane. Enigma denying range creeps. 5 Enigma, but I feel in this game you kind of start as a 5 in the lane, and you get the farm. You prioritize farm instead of.
Which is a little bit saw in the previous game. Comes Beastmaster will handle this. Obviously, we do not for because it turn into Eidolons. Fortune's End, Armel moving forward, lands the stun. This could be first blood. Moon trying to get away. Febby purifying flames. Armel with the first blood on Moon. TNC coming away with first blood once again.
This is the type of rotation you don't expect to happen, like enemies in position 5 just coming at you 3 minutes in. Supports come 4-minute mark. Like, this is not allowed. This is illegal. Like, you can only secure the runes at 4-minute mark.
We're gonna have to write you.
What allowed this to happen is the sentry ward that they placed on the high ground on the mid lane, which dewarded their observer, so that you can make that kind of a...
You know, this is something that Febby was trying to get done in the last game. Well, really the first 2, Spirit Breaker, where we saw him.
Yeah, that's why he was level 1, 7 minutes in the second game. Not very successful. You can leave a Monkey King alone, especially if his lane is power. He's playing into 2 melee heroes. One of them is Night Stalker. He really doesn't put pressure through.
The diaglyph is now active.
Could be being level 3. 3. He's actually a higher level than the Night Stalker at the moment. This lane is going kind of oddly. He just coming out.
Is in danger.
Yeah. It's just very odd to see, because last game we saw him getting like 2 CS. You know, he wasn't getting any.
He's probably like, guys, I can also kill the creeps. I'll show you in this one. Pulls the lane and gets a couple of CS going into Urn after boost of speed.
Battle Fury here for the Phantom Assassin, level 3 for KP. To work with what he can as he does eventually take that second, 3rd level points, putting them in. Going after the boar, Raven. All right, he'll get some extra gold if he can get it, but KP with the deny. Bevy stacks are disrupted. He actually gets 1 stack. DJ trying to disrupt these stacks will spot them. Could be really good for Armel, who takes out the urn.
Killed his urn, but only for a minute and seconds. Early kills don't matter that much. Bevy, as you mentioned, stacking. Lashrak, one of the best heroes in the game. You're the stacks with once you get that 6 full snow, especially the 2 camp. Pull 1 and get double the value from the pull snow. Very easy to actually clear.
Coming over towards mid, level 6 here for Moon. Stun actually hits on the bounty hunter. Uh-oh, DJ. They should have known that sentry was still there, right?
Probably, yeah, it's gonna expire in like 45 seconds. Enigma getting some nice levels on the bottom. He's actually level 4. Last game we've seen Enigma also being level 2, 6-7 minutes in. Struggling.
Being said though, it's a 1k lead here for TNC, and look at the stacks that are juicy. Juicy gold coming in for both him and Bevy. And experience as well. Some that Bevy's gonna desperately need, trying to get to that early level 6. Get to the false promise as quickly as possible. It is that first nighttime, but I'm not sure Masaros is gonna be able to do much at the moment. Bottom. KP getting run down. DJ's here. KP hit with a stifling dagger, and that will cure it for Raven.
Unfortunately, DJ does not earn. It would be like a good portion of damage when you play a bounty hunter. Sometimes all you need hero off. Now it's nighttime, so Masaros dragging the creep wave back. It's very hard for them to just stay in the lane, play against the Monkey team. This is some really nice stuff that he's doing right now. Manipulating the creep wave, move, he's in.
Chase Masaros, he doesn't have the crippling fear, but I'm not sure that's gonna matter. Downless strike comes in, he's under the tower. Stiff. Gabby not gonna survive, eventually falls to Masaros. And while that's happening though, one positions go down across the map. Almost died to TPing out. So Raven drops, Gabby drops, and now pressure coming out from Armel. He's got Diebo's Edict ready in 6,
This
as well
is
as
just the
KP
tower.
moving in.
Edict is maxed out. They have no trees. KP is even extra trees to see any kind of rotation possibly happening. They will keep their Tier 1 tower alive on the top lane. So this type of rotation where Armel goes away from the lane, there is a position for Rubik soaking out the XP. You would expect them to make a rotation possibly top, protect their Monkey King, but instead they kill the enemy, carry hero. It's kind of a trade, but they get the tower top of that. So very nicely done by TNC.
Really well done. Get that tower. Continue to extend that lead. Got Bevy working in on level 6. Walks by him. Smoke play coming in from as well as Armel. That's the double stun that should secure a kill. Time's gonna run out in a minute 22, but they're gonna go after this Stalker anyway, who is now level 6, still not holding a point in the cripple here. Does have essentially, he's on the tower. This is a bad spot for him to be in. Fortune's end, and now they should have this stun followed up by Armel and the kill. Countless strike not even needed, is Armel now dominating 4-0 and up.
Armel is already very active.
KP throwing out the primal roar, but Raven are down here to get the kill on the KP. Board here, DJ is actually going to die to the board. And the Necro.
Interesting. I mean, they had no sentries. Rubik just placed one, so he could have potentially used his invisibility to keep himself alive.
Want to say, yeah. Semester dusted him right now.
Oh, he dusted him? Okay. Monkey's just having too much fun. They try to go on P. I don't think they even get that kill because Rubik is only level 5, group 6. Steals a spell, steals a dagger. extra damage on the slow could make a difference, but they're also very close to tier 2 tower, so should be very careful how they approach this one. You have Gabby on the bottom lane. He looks pretty dead.
He's getting chased from Jays here too. They're going to continue to go for him. That's one crit, looking for another. That's the second crit. And, well, you're going to get the kill. Nobody there to help him. Coming pretty late. We get one in rebuttal. Maybe he dies to Masara.
It's a solo kill. Night Stalker doesn't even have a point in Crippling Fear. I don't think you even get it. Like
himself.
You need to be very greedy on the Night Stalker. Like you can't just go for that Crippling Fear early on, like 2-1-2 build. It doesn't really.
DJ is right there and spotting KP. Five, but he does have the tome, so that'll hit him towards level 6. Now they've got track gold to work with. It was a 2k lead for TNC. Now, however, it is pushed back towards TNC, not that tier 1 buy. But they have kept their safety.
And they got picked off a couple of times. Slowing the Monkey King's game down. He's also going into Battle Fury. And EA actually has a full Battle Fury. 11 minutes. Now, I'm kidding. My bad. Voice only needed.
And no good. A kill on the jabs. Quick kill. This will turn into a tower. Small lane. Vortex coming through. Buyback used by the Enigma. He has the black hole. He might be able to use it onto multiple heroes. They don't even need this onto the Lestrak.
The elements now.
We're getting the kill there, and well, Heavy now getting jumped on. Telekinesis even needs to be careful. Purifying Flames coming in. He can go back to throw out a black hole, but he hasn't been able to do that just yet. Gabby with an opportunity to use that primal spin.
Visibility.
Jabs wanted to just join a fight, possibly use a black hole, but it was all about the chase potential, getting the track gold, a couple of kills, and the value from the buyback. But yeah, didn't happen. So it needs to farm up. I see drums being built on Enigma. It could just potentially be the same build that for the last game. I wouldn't mind that. You know, it was kind of a game winning. You get hard time to Rubik to steal your black hole.
It's a little bit different now where
Bounty Hunter is not a hero that farms the creeps. Kill the couriers, kill the heroes, get that track gold going. So those creeps are still not gonna be touched, which allows Jab.
Jay TPing towards top. You've got Rubik here with his idol.
Yeah, I was very surprised. Like, there's no way that's the Battlefield like 11 minutes in on top of the power treads. It would be way too farmed. Going back into Orb of Corrosion. I kind of like that because it gives you minus armor. It stacks with the Deso. And you have this extra slow. It's like a cheaper Deso type of a thing.
It feels like
but if you get it first, then your Battle Fury is the... So I really like it. I've seen in Europe some European players getting the Orb of Corrosion, then going into Battle Fury, which delays your food. And sometimes if you don't get anything else, you don't get like
Telekinesis for that potion jam, but he does get the falling up. Now he's got that Orchid, so the game just got harder for both side of teams. Could potentially feel really bad. He might become here in more than one way.
Our panel talked about how the supports are going to have a hard time. It's just going to become harder as this game progresses. Once Soccer gets B, probably a Blink Dagger on top of that to be to find that Oracle, Storm Jumps, Phantom Assassin level 15, extra 300 cast range on the Phantom Strike. It's just hard. They have a vision on you. You're just pretty...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
No, continue in the front. They got the tier 1 mid, they got the tier 1 bottom. They haven't taken anything more than that. Twos just yet. KB being built. First item after
Is under attack.
Zaros. He's been up towards top.
He's been just farming top lane. Now it's nighttime. Needs 1,000 gold to finish off his BKB. They're not in a rush. They have super good late game heroes, but he start putting some pressure with this night.
Raven might need to be careful as they've smoked up on the side of T and they're heading towards top. Trying to make a play. Happen to run into the Zaros instead. Moves up in the air. The stun will land. They've got the fortunes in. They'll grab the kill onto Zaros. Grab themselves a nice kill onto the Night Stalker. Rubik by the deal the ball. It's not enough gold for a Arcane. Rubik's pretty far.
He really is. Not the best spells to see though this game. Track, Black Ball of course, Midnight Pulse. Okay, he's going
Black hole. DJ is here. Uh-oh. This is a kill onto Gabby. It's not Gabby who gets the kill on the Jabs, but Jabs who gets the kill on Gabby. And Gabby was eyeing that one out for a long time. Feels really bad for the Monkey.
It's a tough one for Monkey King, playing into Track, playing into Night Stalker, flying over you, Midnight Pulse to cut down the trees, Storm Spirit. It's just gonna be tough. To go back to the item build from Rubik, he decided to go for Mech this time around, which I really like. Instead of just picking a Flame Dagger, they go together. They need to be able to survive through initial burst, and this Mech kind of covers a bit of the weakness that they have with their lineup. Oracle is fine as a support, you know, but he needs a bit of an extra. He needs to take care of him if they get a jump, so this Mech could make it.
Makes a difference. By the way, just looking at Monkey King, opposite. Treads, Orb of Corrosion, then Mech.
And he died 3 times. While doing more than 1 kill, while PA has 3 kills, 3 last hits. This is where the difference.
It
Dire's
is
courier has been killed.
Trouble on bottom. There's the boots of travel from Lash.
Armel should be able to get the kill lines in time. Jabs to do something to Zaros. Damage him. Out of his track. Rules into the air. Silence no longer there. He's trying to run. Pulse Nova. Maybe looking for a stun. Raven right on him. Gets a crit and stun hits afterwards.
Oh no,
KP
you're
now
not
trying
getting
to
out of this
TP.
one.
And, well, no chance that's going to happen as it'll be a second with the Stifling Dagger getting the kill on that one. So Raven with a couple of crits there. Daggers and, well, PA afraid to be...
She's, yeah. Already level 15. Only level 11. Doesn't even have Battle Fury. Fnatic has a really good timing. Once Phantom Assassin gets the BKB, they should still be able to have like minutes left on nighttime.
That should help.
Be in the night going on. But good pressure mid tower.
There is little hope for Dire's
Their
middle
lineup is
tower.
very good at picking people off during the nighttime. Invasion from the Night Stalker.
Dire's
Use that
middle
Dark
tower
Ascension,
is under
Storm Spirit Jump, Bounty Hunter with the track scouting where they're standing. They also feel very comfortable going in. Have Enigma, you have Night Stalker, this hero really scales, Phantom Assassin and all.
DJ getting caught again. Another kill there for Armel. He's doing all right. Second of the network, but does really pick it up. Maybe enough for the rest
Radiant are using scan, they know where Monkey is.
come in. Jabs is
Oh,
trying to get him back
Jabs.
home.
What is Eidolons.
False Promise with BKB being popped by Raven. On the other side of the fight, though, they've got KP, so they're getting the kill there on the Beastmaster. BKB's been popped by Raven, and instead he'll claim the stack.
They could have gotten the monkey. Jabs attacked the boar with Eidolons for no reason, which kind of revealed the smoke. But yeah, still, they get 2 kills. Could pressure the mid tower right now. Dark Ascension ready. 5 seconds, we'll have that 30-second window to work with.
The thing is, like, even with your Storm and the Night Stalker, we thought it was going to be the support switch, but even the Beastmaster just saw evidence there. Like, Storm comes in, Orchid, then you've got Night Stalker jumping in. 5 trees. Sentry by Armel. Vortex comes in, Black Hole, and that's a dead Retract. Primal Roar uses defense, and that's not going to make anything happen here. As they'll get another crit from a Dagger. Raven with the kill on the KP. They are just running down the TNC side. It is not looking likely to make it back.
But they're not stopping. They're actually going to die to a 3.
Rubik, they want another kill. They get the kill on Amphibian too.
Perfect timing. Like, Enigma goes in, uses Midnight Bolts, cuts down the tree. Seems like they were not keeping the track on the Dark Ascension, because TNC, they were ready to take that fight, but 30 seconds is all they need. In out multiple times. Black King Bar ready, didn't even pop it on the Night Stalker. He continues to farm. This is a standard Stalker build. Either BKB into Blink or Blink into B and getting nullifiers, so you just boards even more.
Dire's middle tower
If they somehow can manage to get Ghost Scepter, then they can Orber Staff, so you can that.
The next label play.
Armel's game looks so good. His game's gotten much easier. Down for TNC, but they've worked against this before. They've been
I
able
don't
to
think
come
they
back.
can do it in this one, but it's a different kind of a story. There's real off-laner, good scaling lineup. You're once again playing the position for Enigma, who is getting the items. Like, he's farming, and they're getting some track kills. Blink is done on Enigma, and you can see Jabs not being afraid to use solo Black Hole, even though he's playing into Rubik. TNC needs to put some pressure right now. They know that there's no time. There's gonna be Dark Ascension ready, but still they need to fight. If you're not fighting during the daytime, not winning, it's gonna be tough.
They're coming around the back. Look at that. BKB, Raven two-shotting KP. It's just unfair at that point. Smoke gets broken, ball ending in with the Vortex onto one, the Orchid onto the other. Here go after Tims. They've got the track. They'll steal the ball. Lightning and Tims. He's tracked, but he's gone. False Promise.
He
Maybe
burns
trying
off the
to
track.
TP out.
Just wait for the track. It is. When you see more than like 3 charges on Urn / Spirit Vessel, you know either the player's playing bad or they're countering them so much that you don't even need to. You choose which one it is. Not really. You tried.
So it's 50-50. I either get it wrong.
No, it's just they don't even need to. You know,
Yeah.
This also item ruins the Monkey King. Going into very, very greedy build once seen 3 times in a row, coming up from the off laners. Now we see it from the safe laners as well. It's a farming item. It's also kind of a fighting item, but you still need a BKB. He has double BKB. That's how badly he wants.
Can they withstand the early onslaught? Say it's very difficult. KBs are getting low. You know, Night Stalker
10-second BKB.
still hasn't used his BK, even though he's had
That's
it
a
for
good
so
sign.
long. All right. Seconds for Raven, though.
Dire's courier has been killed.
They're getting low. They can only get low.
Somewhere, someone lays
Yeah, that's how it works. You can't have the
are scanning for enemies. Dire's
Although, with Ice Frog,
is under attack.
Made a BKB level 2.
BKB 2? Yeah, that sounds balanced.
That makes you spell immune and vulnerable.
You can't. This is what this new tier 5 item is doing. I forget the name.
The
Shadow
shadows.
Prism. Shadows.
BKB top my moon, not going to get hit by the stun. Then comes out, gets the spear onto the Rubik, and this is the chase that we were talking about. Come on, the Rubik, they already got the stun to KC, they'll take out big.
They should get more.
And moves in with more mana left, so he can there with Wukong's and Black Hole.
Black Hole.
Wukong's is gone, and now the Black Hole is out, and it's on a 2. But it's just not going to do enough as they lose Jabs and Moon, but can they still salvage the fight? Primal Roar comes in on the Phantom Assassin, but they have the damage. They do a Raven falling all the way across. Oh no, Moon is actually out of mana, but he does get the kill on Armel, and Masarvas follows that up to the one on the Tims, and it's just KP who is tracked.
That's how many buybacks? 1, 2, 3 buybacks from TNC, 1 buyback from Fnatic. It's still worth it. Like Storm got the last hit on the Armel, so he kind of got the gold back, 500 almost gold. We'll pick up that Arcane Rune, and I believe they can still fight. They could probably go into Roche Pit. And as we said, like these supports are gonna struggle. Templar Assassin has full Abyssal Blade. It was nice dodge, try to go for it, but once the BKB is down, Flash Wreck damage is that one.
Stole the Black Bolt on a 2. And they controlled Raven really well once the BKB was no longer available. Obviously, Storm buys back. Now, your focus could be Storm in the next fight, right? Take him out. You know he doesn't have buyback. He's your first target. Maybe you can turn this one around.
They should probably force a Roche fight. No Wukongs for 20 seconds. They are lurking around. There's still a couple of Hawks scouting things out.
Up. KP do a Ghost Scepter. This game's out right now. Necro 3 with boots and then Ghost Scepter.
No. Fnatic is inside the pit. Raven has a ton of damage. Phantom Assassin, -3 armor corruption from the talent. Orb of Corrosion also -3. They did not want to contest this. No black hole, no stolen black hole, so they're just gonna let this one get through. He's gonna pick up the Aegis. They still decide to give it to Raven, even though Moon bought back on the Storm Spirit.
I'm a little surprised because you know there's no black hole. You have Wukongs, you have Primal Roar. Can you fight into this? I mean, it's a closed fight where maybe you land a stun coming in from the Leshrac. You can beta the BKBs, back off, and go back in. I mean, I know it's big ifs, but down 12k, it feels like maybe you have to take that risk.
Now you're just giving Fnatic 5 minutes to do whatever they want, pretty much. Raven still feels very vulnerable after being down, Leshrac melts. So I can understand why they Aegis to Phantom Assassin instead.
Let the fun begin!
Inside the Gyre. KP's the one pushing bottom, and he is on the tower. Bottom?
Monkey just used Wukong's command on the bottom lane. What?
Dire's middle tower
Storm
is
was
under
coming
attack.
that way?
Maybe.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Primal Roar him, try to set a
Dire's
trap,
courier has
and now he loses his courier, so that's his BKB gone.
Each brave courier on this stage strength.
That-
Very interesting. So that gives them even, you know, more time, 3 minutes without the BKB on Monkey. Fnatic should punish this.
All the opportunity in the world to punish this, but KP TPing out. Moon right. Nothing to work with. You have anything more than a Primal Roar, and I'm sure you caught vision. 2.5 minutes until KB is guard. Free dance reduction. Could help it away from
Yeah, it's a good shard. They're between the trees.
That shard is like one price.
It's a good shard. It's not like old Earthshaker shard, but it's up there. It's a good one.
I just think like the price point. That's what you get for 1,400 gold. I think that's very. It's not overpowered. It's not. Bound. Jabs. KB. Tough for who you want to target with the Primal Roar.
Fnatic still feels very comfortable. Late game, choking them so they don't get out of the map. Try to control the most of the map.
Bottom tower is under attack.
First row, she can build up the advantage. Second one, but find an opening. It could potentially be the game-winning thing. Because 3 buybacks, remember, by TN3.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
No for everybody, but
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
2.5 minutes for Master and Rubik. They'll find KP. Falls Promise Primal Roar coming out of the Raven. Maybe trying to TP out, but he'll be spotted. He at least escapes.
Radiant's top tower has
Baby
fallen.
gives up his life. The greater good.
The problem is you can't do the whole split push against Fnatic has. Storm Spirit, one of the better ones. You have a Night Stalker, Bounty Hound to scout you out. So it's kind of hard. Very limited amount of farm at the end.
Your way back in right now is fight. You don't want to fight. Fight into the Phantom Assassin, who
Aegis
has an
gone.
Aegis.
Less than a minute. Maybe that's the time they're looking into.
Creation did to 496.
Big zip, KP.
Got it again. He got saved once. He's not going to get saved twice. If he's not here this time to hold your hand, KP, and KP now in the grave. BKB finally picked up here for the Monkey King. He also got that shard.
He's gone. 30 seconds. Like Raven wants to take this fight. He's scouting them out. He knows. Oh my god, if they get the zip,
He needs to move off that. That'll be here to cut the trees around him. Oh, the Midnight Pulse! They got him. Gabby,
man, Gabby. First he uses the Wukong's command, loses the courier, now dies again. He's 0-5 and 4. They will knock on your high ground. He doesn't have a buyback. He bought that shard. If he didn't, he would have had a buyback. So this should potentially be just 7 carats, 16 seconds. Let's see. Like Fnatic, they should both. Like they should see if there's a buyback coming up. The heroes.
he should have. Lightning all the way in deep. I think Gabby should have backed off those trees.
Yeah, he had time. He was just trying to toy with them, and it fired.
Yeah. And knowing that they were looking for him too, because Phantom Assassin's taking out trees, you know they have a way to quickly deforest the area.
Huge mistake there from Gabby. 28 seconds, they might actually try to deal the tier 3 tower as well. Might actually be able to take the tower, maybe even take the melee damage. They will check. It's gonna go. Second.
Lightning in as well as the electric vortex comes through an RML. They're going to go to the back lines and silence out of the Rubik. They're getting the kill on one. Both supports are silenced. Armel's already dead. They'll fly back on the Rubik, but they don't have buyback available on the Shrek, so he's gone for 80 seconds. Primal War is done and moved. They have the control. They've got the telekinesis with the balance strike as well as the damage to get the kill. He's gone for 2 minutes, but he does have buyback. Phantom Assassin can't fight inside the Wukong's command, but they will buy
their
back.
buyback from Moon. It just came off cooldown. They want to end this game.
Yeah, they get the kill on a Tim's. It's going to be 2v5 in this situation. Looking very much like it's not happening for TNC here. Wukong's on cooldown for another 70 seconds. Fnatic will take the high ground, and I honestly think that they'll shut the door on this game.
Yeah, that Monkey King move where he did not want it to go back. I believe that's game. They have no buyback.
There it is.
Left Track does not have enough gold, so that's bring Fnatic. Gives them the first place in the group. And Leon is playing against Leon is 5-1. Leon is with
Would it